What's up, Fever Nation? You would think after the last loss of the Valkyrie to the Fever, they would move on and look forward to their next contest. But no, Tiffany Hayes has taken to social media to continue to vent about the last game. And it's just not your normal venting. There is hate speech. There is somewhat bigotry. There are threats of violence made, and Tiffany Hayes chimes in and acts as if this is normal with her response. The WNBA front office, Kathy Engelbert, will have to take action. Some are even suggesting that this needs to be investigated at a federal level. Yes, you heard it correctly. At a federal level, this may need to be investigated with the chatter that is going back and forth on X. Yes, it's getting out of control, Fever Nation. We can't just win games like we could back in the day where teams just agreed to disagree. No, they've taken to violence. Some people wanted to see the fight. They wanted, when Caitlin dropped that three and got in Tiffany's face, they wanted to see blows. And yes, this is all online. I went to look lately for the feed, but my feed wasn't coming up. So I don't know if the tweets have been deleted, but there were some threats made online, and it has to be taken a look at. Kathy Engelbert, you have to get this under control. This is in your hands now. So whatever happens from here is on you. They'll be playing on the 28th. The Valkyrie and the Fever will be on the road to Golden State. And they're going to have this game again. If anything, it's a great buildup, less the violent hate speech and bigotry. Shout out to all content creators covering the Fever. You know who you are. I was watching a feed online from JTL Sports, and the rhetoric was reprehensible. It was unacceptable. It was nothing we should see in professional sports. You have Tiffany Hayes going at Clark fans again, trying to stoke and foment hatred and racism. But the fans are not falling for it because they have been there before, and they will not give in to such foolishness. So Tiffany is left to her own devices and community to turn to. There was even a tape where someone said they have cousins that will ride at dawn. Just say the word. And Tiffany Hayes chimes in, and her response is worse than the response that she was responding to. Yes, Tiffany Hayes has officially crashed out on this issue. We will see what the front office of the WNBA and Kathy Engelbert, how they will handle this issue. It is a tragedy that two people cannot play competitively and shake hands after the game and leave it there. No, someone had to take to social media to continue this. I don't know if this is a build-up for the next contest, but there is a lot of rhetoric going back and forth that will have to be investigated. The WNBA was quick to launch a statement during the last issue last year at the beginning of the season, where they said they will not tolerate hate speech toward any player. But when it is coming from people in the league, when it is coming from fans of Tiffany Hayes, let's see how the WNBA will drop a response on this. Chiney Ogwumike, what do you have to say about this? You were outspoken last time before an investigation, but now the evidence is clear. You must come forward. You had a lot to say when it was alleged Angel Reese said something was said to her by an Indiana fan the first game of last season. You weighed in before the investigation. Well, now the evidence is clear. We want to see what you have to say on your podcast or on the next WNBA game you cover. Weigh in, Chiney. Speak out like you did, as vehemently as you did before. Speak out against this. I know it's one of your buddies, and you all seem to loke up and get together and act as if nothing happened. But if this were Indiana fans, you all would be going ballistic. In the words of the late DMX, do you think this is a game? Let's take a look at this post by Nisi416. Listen, I got some cousins. We don't speak about that. We'll ride at dawn upon request. Just let me know. And what does Tiffany Hayes say? That's real, with a laughing emoji. This has to be nipped in the bud, Kathy Engelbert. If you're going to let the league stoop this low, what will happen next? Do not wait for violence to take place in this league before you do something about it. You have to get a handle on these hyenas. They are out of control. And you're supposed to be the leader, but you are afraid of your own employees. Kathy Engelbert, get up off your keister and get a handle on this before something happens. And here is another post by a fan. They say, I've reported to the feds because I don't trust anyone cares and the W won't do anything. Spread this along everyone. Report it to the feds. This is a very serious matter. We talk about things that matter. This matters, Kathy Engelbert. What are you going to do about it? Chinea Gwumake, what are you going to say about this? Andrea Carter, Monica McNutt, what do you all have to say about this? You seem to be outspoken on all these other issues. We want to hear what you have to say about this. And here we have another take from Sports Junkie, and they ask, is this appropriate for a player in this league to endorse violence? At WNBA, at Kathy Engelbert, at Valkyries, at Natalie Nakasi, the head coach of the Valkyries. Get a handle on your players. Where is your PR team? Where are your people? You need to call her up and get a handle on this player. It is out of control at Golden State. What are y'all running? An asylum down there. Get a handle on this. Kathy Engelbert, this is in your hands now. So if nothing is done, it is on you. Shout out to MTH Mick Talk Hoops, who weighs in. And he says, Tip Hayes has to be suspended for replying, that's real, to a threat of violence against CC. Because if this were any other player and the script was flipped, CNN, Cap News Network, NBC, nothing but Cap would all stop the presses, and this would be world news. Let's continue. There's a 99% chance nothing will happen, but the league has to set the precedent that it is not okay. Kathy Engelbert, are you listening? You never know who's behind an account, and the league has to protect all players. Isn't that what you said when Angel Reese made the wild accusation at the beginning of last season with no investigation? Isn't that what you said? Protect all players. Now what are you going to do, WNBA, Kathy Engelbert, and all of you women who came to the aid of Angel Reese? Now come to the aid of your colleague, CC, and protect her. There may be a presidential level security at Golden State next game. They may have to fly in the Fever on Air Force One for security purposes. Yes, I'm just joking, but I hope I am not. Get a handle on this, Kathy Engelbert. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.